So I am going to be starting sorry, my hair looks really weird. I'm going to be starting another reading vlog. We are reading Percy Jackson, and since I know I can read a book a day, this will be a very quick reading vlog, hopefully. So I'm just going to be reading all 5 books of the Percy Jackson series because I've been wanting to read it again for a while, and this seems like the perfect excuse. So since I recently did like a Rick Riordan Presents video, so this seems like the perfect opportunity. I do have to go and get my sister, like, the bus stop. I have to do that in a moment, but yeah. Percy Jackson is the goal for this reading vlog. I'm gonna grab my, where's my e-reader, and, oh, I don't think this case actually, like, makes it turn off, which kind of sucks because it doesn't drains my battery. Lightning thief. It's so warm and nice in here. Then it's probably gonna be cold outside, and I have to deal with the cold for like, I don't know, 15 minutes till my sister's bus comes home. Anyways, peace out. I'm stealing my brother's copy because my copy with the original artwork, like on the cover, is in shambles. Pretty sure. I thought I had more than one copy of the first book. I guess not. So. Hello, I am on page 83 already. These read so quickly to the point where I can literally read like 2 of them a day, to be honest, or 1.5 of them a day. I can definitely do 1 a day. This copy is a little, I think, water damaged, so I might switch to my newer-ish copies because I don't know where I thought I had more copies. See, I have like 5 bajillion copies of the Titan's Curse because it's my favorite one. That fell. But I don't have as many copies as I thought of the Lightning Thief. I might also just switch to my e-reader, wherever that is. But yeah, one thing that I forgot, I guess, I'm pretty sure I read this earlier this year. So, the overall story is very fresh in my mind, despite having read it like a couple of months ago. Let me see. But I decided I wanted to reread the first and the second book because I did read the second book this year. I just didn't get around to the third. I think I started the third, but then I just didn't get around to it, finishing it. But yeah, one thing that I forgot was frustrating. Yeah, I read it in May. That was a little that I get why like Percy. I'm surprised Percy wasn't more frustrated than I guess I am. Is that he asks really good questions and then everyone just treats him like he's an idiot. Like, when you see an open pavilion and there's no roof where you're supposed to be eating, yeah, the question of what do you do if it rains is a valid one. He doesn't know that there's like this protective barrier over, or I think it's a protective barrier over like Camp Half-Blood. Like, he doesn't know that. Why would you expect him to know that? In the way, I don't know. Like, Chiron also isn't being fair with it, because he's like, oh, capture the flag. You know, be careful of going into the woods unarmed. And Percy's confused. Well, no shit, he's confused. He has no idea what's going on. His whole life, he's been told that he's different because of a dyslexia and ADHD. He has no idea that he's actually not fully human. Like, it's like, oh my god, I guess reading this as, like, you know, a 23-year-old, you know, it's... I get it. I get the frustration. Wow, that did not catch at all. There. I get the frustration. I'm going to read... No, I'm gonna eat and watch some videos. Because why not? I'm watching this one review of... I'm not gonna read it. From Gina. Gina Reads. I love her stuff. She's so funny. I'm watching her review of Alchemized, so it's interesting so far. Like, y'all would put yourself through this? 1,000 pages of whatever the hell's going on in Alchemized? I don't know, man. Like, respectfully, I am judging you. Anyway. You're telling me if you were 12 years old and there was a cool blonde dude, okay, you wouldn't have a crush on him? Like, come on. He was tall and muscular, with short cropped sandy hair and a friendly smile. Like, come on. You know, everyone and their mothers have probably noted this, but it's like Percy, I don't know, makes the water in the fountain outside of the Met move. He blows up the the bathrooms at Camp Half-Blood. He sucks at everything but canoeing. I'm Canadian, I should know how to say that. He pours water over him, and he instantly gets his strength back. And yet everyone is still like, who's your dad? Who's your dad? It's just so funny. Like, the answer is right in front of you. Please, come on. I know this is such a non-issue to be ranting about, but oh my goodness. Crazy stuff. I have to edit this video, man. Because this one is going up tomorrow. Should I, like, add the... The picture. Right here. The picture. Is that ASMR to you guys? I got a really long rant about Oscar Wilde. Where's my rainy day list of books? Okay. Pride and Prejudice, Odyssey. What do I need to download? Okay. Do I have Ornithologist? I might have Ornithologist already. I have a thing with book covers, and I might already have the specific book covers. Ornithologist. Why is it showing it to me? Okay, Ornithologist I have. Geographers I also have. Emily Wilde I have. Hobbit I have. I have Fellowship. Of course I have Fellowship. I literally did a Tolkien video. crane. A crane? Okay, I don't have a crane among wolves, and I probably don't have Homeric hymns either. So we're gonna download a crane among wolves. And then we're gonna download Homeric hymns. I didn't write that correctly. I'm gonna specifically download the one well, no, I actually hold it up, so all I need to download is a crane among wolves. Okay, I'm not against like romantasy as a whole. I've probably enjoyed, to a certain extent, books that are probably categorized as romantasy. But I think places not like NetGalley need to actually like put like a romantasy category, because I'm kind of tired of seeing all the books that are clearly going to be romantasy in the science fiction and fantasy section, and then I actually don't end up finding the books I want to read. It's just a little frustrating, because I want to read, like, you know, the books I would usually read, you know? It's frustrating. Like, the YA section is great. I'm gonna request this. Probably gonna get rejected, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I need to really do like an ARC reading vlog. I'm reading it on my, I guess it's too bright, there we go, on my e-reader. 30% through, and I have 13 minutes left in the chapter. This is the We Capture a Flag, chapter 8, I think. Sort of given up on the physical one, but yeah, I'm doing a lot of things at once. I am editing, I am reading, I am filming bits and pieces, clearly. So, hello. I hope you can hear me better. Figured out would give you an update. I finished The Lightning Thief. It took me a little longer than I expected, but it's done. I am now reading Sea Monsters. I literally read this not long ago, so it's pretty fresh in my mind. However, I will still read it. I will read it. I'm not going to skip. I could theoretically skip to the third one, but I'm not going to skip for the sake of this video because I need content. As usual, really enjoyed the book in general. I somehow lucked out today. Like I got really lucky today to a certain extent. I had a really good quiet shift. Like, out of the 5 hours that I was there, I maybe helped like 5 to 10 people. Not even. I wouldn't even say 10. I would maybe say 5. But so 5 to 10 people. You know, my one coworker was back. The other coworker was very chill. Like, it was a really chill day. I got to get my matcha, and then I went downtown to like the big station, and there's like this Korean store. It's like East Asian Korean store called Kibo, and my sister and my brother requested drinks and jelly. So I got myself a jelly, got the mango jelly, which I really liked, and I got them these drinks. So there's that.
So it takes almost like 45 minutes to get to the downtown station, like from my university, right? And I made it with enough time to buy the things I wanted to buy, including the stuff for my brother and sister, and make it onto the last direct train. So there's that. The things I did not look out on, unfortunately. The video that I set to export this morning is stuck at 3.1%. Has apparently been stuck like that all day because it got stuck in the morning at 3.1% when I left. It clearly didn't move. So I'll have to figure that out. I guess my 24-hour reading vlog is coming tomorrow. I don't know what's going on. And the other thing that I didn't look out on is the chargers, the outlets, were not working. I don't think this one will work either. I haven't really tried it. I've been charging my phone via my laptop, which has been okay, but that was a bummer. But out of everything, and with the Kibo thing, they have a 30% end of day sale. That's usually when things go fast, right? And while the dude was scanning my stuff, one of his coworkers was like, "You need to input the 30%." They were speaking Korean, so I don't know exactly what she said, but she did say like end of day, and he started pressing like the end of day, and I saw the price going down. So whatever guardian angel is watching over me, I sincerely thank you, because I definitely needed that. I have a shift at the bookstore tomorrow and Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow and Saturday. And I am seeing the boyfriend on Saturday. So there's that. I'll get to give him his 6-month anniversary gift. So there's that. I will see you guys in the next update. Hopefully the sound isn't terrible because it gets incredibly loud on the trains, and it doesn't fully catch my voice, so that's the terrible position. Really have to figure it out with the mics, man. Like, I don't know what it is with my voice. I'm talking normally and the mic picks it up weirdly. It's like sharp. Does that make sense? And CapCut doesn't have a lot of audio defining settings. Anyways, I will see you in the next update. Probably once I finish Sea of Monsters. Lightning Thief 5 stars, by the way. It's never failed for me ever since I started reading it. Peace out.
Hello. I have run into a bit of a dilemma. This will be in the Percy Jackson vlog as well, because you're probably going to be watching this in the Percy Jackson vlog first. So I made a schedule for myself. This schedule wasn't super rigid, besides sort of the vlogs. Now for the vlogs, I tried to make it fairly easy. The easiest one so far is the Percy Jackson reading vlog. Because I can knock those books out so fast, it's insane. However, the problem is, and I have the mass market paperbacks, I don't have the big ones anymore. I don't think so. I think I gave that one away, which I'm kind of regretting now, but Clash of Kings. I've been wanting to read this since last year because I read a Game of Thrones last year. I stopped not even 20% through, I think this one. I was stuck on a brand chapter, which if you know, you know. Now this book, let me just double check my calculations. This book has 969 pages. If I want to read it in 7 days, I have to read 138 pages per day, which isn't impossible. To be honest, I could just mark off how many pages it is, right? Now, as for the schedule, let me just pull up is this supposed to be posted? The 26th. So if I start today, or, okay, let's say I start tomorrow, right? I'm not going to put, I'm not stopping my Percy Jackson vlog. I will still be reading my Percy Jackson vlog. I'll just be filming them at the same time, which I don't know how people do. My Percy Jackson vlog has to go up on the 23rd, which is fine. I'm not particularly worried about that. I can knock those out pretty quickly. I feel like I'm overestimating myself, but who knows? So tomorrow is the 17th. I have a 12 to 3 at the bookstore, which isn't terrible because then I have time to kill before I decide to come back home. Because, well, the next day I have a 24-hour reading vlog that's coming out, and then the 19th I am covered, but I might want to film a video tomorrow just to get ahead of it. And then as for the Clash of Kings, I need to, theoretically speaking, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be able to post it for the 26th. Now, I'm hoping that this vlog isn't going to be ridiculously long the way that the Game of Thrones one is, because that one was so long. So if I start it today and I want to finish it by the time the Percy Jackson vlog goes up, I do have to read 138 pages a day, which is fine, theoretically speaking. Like, it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. Now, the problem is when the chapters, when it finishes on like the third page of a chapter, it's a bit of a problem. So, you know what? It's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm going to maybe mark out in my notebook that I carry with me all the time, and maybe in my notes app as well. I'm going to mark out how the page numbers for, you know, myself. So I have an undated planner. Let me see. Right, okay, 17th, right? So start Clash of Kings. Okay, let's say we start tomorrow, right? Because it's Friday tomorrow. Well, no, I can start today. Could I read 138 pages before I have to go to sleep? Theoretically speaking. Problem is, this doesn't have chapter numbers. To be honest, I also don't really remember what happened in book 1, but whatever. October 17th. Excuse me. Finish by something that helped me with the 24-hour vlog was editing it as I went. Very helpful. Finish by 23rd. Finishing editing by the 25th. And then pub date is 26th. Okay. Should be okay. So I have to read 138.42. Can I just say 139? Or are we rounding down? How many pages are there? 960, 900. Okay, all these people, do I really need to know? 969. Okay, 138 pages is fine. 138 pages per day. That's minimum. If I read 200 pages, I'll be flying through it, which hopefully I will. Okay, so tomorrow, I think I might want to write this in pencil instead. Clash of Kings, page 138. Clash of Kings at page 138, and then page 276, and then plus page 414, 690 pages. How many pages are there? Why do I keep forgetting? See, this is why I don't do well with numbers. 969 pages in total. Page. Hello. Let's go through the checklist. Jakes, I have a checklist for things I need to do. And I've actually started to be more specific about some things instead of just like, oh, clean room. What does cleaning room entail for this day specifically? Because it's not every time, like, I'm not going to be washing my clothes every time I have to clean my room. No. I don't have to throw away my clothes. I don't have to throw my clothes in the laundry every time I clean my room. My hamper is fine. Like, it's not super full. But, for example, I have to put all my bags away. I have to, like, you know, make sure the floor is kind of clear. I have to vacuum. I have to wash the floors. I have to wipe the surfaces. I have to clean my desk. You know, that kind of thing. So, I open the window. I have a candle. Anyways, so we've put away clothes. That's a check. I vacuum, I wash the floors, I put the dishes away, I cleaned the desk, I wiped the desk, I threw the garbage, I wiped surfaces. So now we just have to, I have to wait for a portion of the floor to finish sort of drying. And then we are going to start filming videos, and I'm going to start my never-ending battle with the sun. I might migrate downstairs for one of the videos for shits and giggles. Not for shits and giggles, but like, it might be easier to film downstairs because I am constantly fighting sunlight in this room, so it might be easier to film downstairs. We'll see. I have to transfer some stuff over to the USB to make sure that I have enough space. I have to, you know what, I'm gonna write that down. Transfer files to and free up space. I also need to put my phone on charge and probably the tablet, because that will probably be close to dead or dead, so I have to do that. Phone charge, tablet charge. Okay, I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot to read. So let's start. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the process of me filming or setting up and stuff like that. I might just chat in between videos and stuff, but I'm not going to show you the process because my phone is my only filming device. So it's going to be difficult to like film and show the process because I don't have a secondary phone with a good enough camera to sort of film the process. And this vlog's probably already too long. So yeah, I will get back to you when I get back to you. Hello. Okay, here are the updates. I finished Sea of Monsters, started, and okay, here are the updates. I finished Sea of Monsters, started and finished Titan Skirts, still my favorite. Loki teared up, so he was like, I can see the stars. And then I'm 50% through Battle of the Labyrinth. So honestly, fucking bangers. My opinion does not change. I'm 23 years old, and my opinion does not change about the Percy Jackson books. I think they are really pure perfection. It's just funny reading them at 23. Also, I completely forgot about Quintus in the 4th book. I haven't read, because Battle of the Labyrinth was never really my favorite. I thought it was cool, but it was never really my favorite, so I never really read it as often as I did like Titan's Curse or just the first one, and that's it. Sometimes I just read The Last Olympian as well, so 1, 3, and 5, and I never really read. I think Sea of Monsters was my least favorite. I still think it is, if I had to like categorize everything, but I enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't boring. It's not my favorite. Oh my god, what am I saying? Yeah, so I haven't read Battle of the Labyrinth in a long time. Like, a really long time. So, yeah, so I completely forgot about Quintus, and then there was that one dream sequence, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Quintus is Daedalus. So, yeah. 49% through, so 50%, right? Okay. Yeah, that's it. Freaking 5 stars all across the board. Like, I really have no other thoughts besides the fact that these books fucking slap even like 15 years later. They're great. They're really my childhood, and it's just the comfort I get from them. And Percy's fucking hilarious, and I wish that my books will be one day as beloved as this series. Alright, that is it for this update. I will see you when I guess I finish Battle of the Labyrinth. I think I'm gonna just leave The Last Olympian for tomorrow. I think I'll start The Last Olympian today, but probably finish it tomorrow. And then this will go up on the 23rd, I believe. So it'll give me ample time to edit it and stuff like that. This hasn't been much of a vlog, just because it's just a huge reread. But I think I'll might reread Heroes of Olympus and do a vlog for that as well. Obviously, giving me more time. But yeah, 5 books in one vlog is insane. And how far behind am I on my reading goal? Because I haven't really been reading as much as I want to. I'm also behind on my Clash of Kings goal, which, yikes, 11 books. So once I read the 5 books and I mark them off, books to read. So we're catching up. I am convinced I will be able to catch up. Should probably slide in a couple of mangas in there, and graphic novels probably, just to make it easier. But anyways, I will talk with you in a little bit. Peace out. I literally have not moved. I completely missed the direct train, so I'll have to take the transfer, but that's the problem. I finished Battle of the Labyrinth. There are a lot of things that I forgot. Notably, Quintus existing in general, being Daedalus. The whole Pan thing I sort of remembered. I didn't remember the details, but I remembered that there was Pan. Hera. Oh my god. Now I remember why Annabeth was like cursed. That's crazy. Having beef with like a 15-year-old. Diabolical. Or 14-year-old. I don't know, 15-year-old. Problem is, Send to Kindle is not working. Making me kind of sad. Like, can they fix their shit, please? Amazon's down. That's crazy, genuinely. My account works. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Hey, sent again, that doesn't want to work. Wow, for once I don't look yellow and the lighting is actually okay. It's because it's really bright and it's countering the yellow light. Anyways, here's an update for you. So yeah, I finished, I think I did an update. Did I do an update for when I finished Battle of the I don't even remember. I'm 54% through The Last Olympian. Oh, there's a line that I highlighted. Let me on, I don't know, okay, chapter 10. Yes, can I help you?
What is your name?
Tamila.
What is this?
Nose.
What am I holding?
Nothing.
Tamila knows nothing.
Idiot and nafic. You think I'm... Did you think I was born yesterday? Huh? Yes! You think I was born yesterday? Yes. Are you finished? Get out of here. Close. Who's Tamila? I'm only Docha to you. What is this time? Who's me? So, there's a line in chapter 10 where they're talking about the fact that everyone is falling asleep. And I think this is one of those moments where there's a hint that Selena's actually the traitor, right? So, in chapter 10 where they're talking about the fact that everyone is falling asleep. And I think this is one of those moments, there's a hint that Selena's actually the traitor, right? Talking the surviving twin of Dionysus, policeman. I don't know what else Lena Beauregard said. The bigger the spell, the easier it is to resist. Much harder. Like, boozled, you're lying. Okay, you were not boozled. Everyone was. You don't have a video to post tomorrow. The problem is, look nice like this. Stupid. Here. Do it like tomorrow. Okay, that's the update. 50% through. Oh my god, this gets better when as you get older. You Luke get it because he's so much older than all the other campers. So they've been shunned, right? Really get it, and it's kind of scary because then you think about like. But my friends say that I would be daughter of Athena, but also I wouldn't really be mathematical daughter of Athena. Be like a writer daughter of Athena, because I suck. But my godly parent actually would be. But it's just, I don't know. He's pretty angry with her. Well, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know who my is Athena because I feel like it's the easiest. Athena's like very mathematical, strategic. She's wisdom. She's not exactly creativity, so maybe a Paul. Oh. Who's your godly parent? And who do you think mine would be if it wasn't Athena? Yeah. Yeah. This has been one hell of freaking books. I haven't read Titan's Curse. I haven't read Battle of the Labyrinth. I haven't read in over 5 years. Like, it's been a long time for that one. I only between like that long of a gap between rereading, just reading random books. But this is definitely like, there's a huge difference between reading 12 years old and having your whole brain chemistry changed. Reading these at 23 years of age, thinking, which side would you be on? because you understand Luke, but you also get why the campers are so protective of each other. What we get, I also totally forgot about the Oracle thing. I literally the series every year because my also the thing with Backbiter opening like the portal in the end of season, totally forgot that happened. I always like skip that. Totally forgot that happened. I thought, to be honest, I thought Luke like ran away or something like that, but totally forgot it happened. Shame that the Scorpion thing wasn't in the TV show. Totally forgot that happened. But anyways, that's the update for you. I will see you tomorrow at the end of this vlog because I'm almost done. Peace out. I am dealing with one of the worst periods I've ever experienced, so I'm going to make this update quick, hopefully, and then freaking nap or something like that. Holy cow. Okay, I thought I would finish the last Olympian today, but I finished yesterday before I went to sleep. I finished it at like 1 o'clock in the morning, or close enough to 1 o'clock in the morning. Wow. Listen, these are, oh my god, no. These are effectively, sorry, my bed's creaking. These are effectively children's books in every way, right? They follow teens, like it's written, you know, in a follow teens, and it's written in a very child-friendly, child-appropriate, teen-appropriate way, right? But it also gets more mature as like it keeps going, which is really interesting. Like reading it back to back was probably the most interesting part of the experience. And there were a lot of things that I forgot. Wow, I don't know. The thing with May, completely forgot. I remember they visited her, right? And that she thought that Percy / Nico, like, she kind of mistook them for Luke. But I didn't remember that she tried to become the Oracle, and I completely forgot about like Hades' curse on the Oracle. Completely forgot that. So it's been a while since I read the last Olympian, but I think if I was to rank them, when I first read them, right, in the first few years that I was rereading them, I'd probably go Titan's Curse, Lightning Thief, Last Olympian, Battle of the Labyrinth, and Sea Monsters. Now though, Last Olympian would probably beat Lightning Thief. Like, that is a fucking banger of a series. Like, that is a fucking banger ending to a series. And just, I still can't get over the Achilles and Patroclus, like, parallels, despite Percy actually having, like, the Achilles curse. Like, this was truly genius. I know that people like dismiss it and stuff, and then, oh, it's not good representation. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't have to be good representation of the mythology. The story is good. You take away, like, I don't know, like, it's just, it's so good. It doesn't matter if the mythology is not accurate. It's really good. Obviously, don't take Percy Jackson as your only source for mythology. Like, you can take it as a starter, but I recommend reading like actual myth books. There's plenty of like Greek mythology books. There's like Edith Hamilton, there's retellings by Stephen Fry. Like, there's so many fantastic books. There's like the Dawdler's Book of Greek Myths, which is what I have. There's like the mythology books, like the big ones with like the stuff that, like the flaps that you open and everything. There's that. But like, don't take Percy Jackson as a lesson, just like this only source for mythology. You can take it as a lesson, right? You can take it as part of a lesson, as a source, but not as a primary source, not as your main source. It could be a supplementary source as to how you can sort of twist these stories into your own story. And it is truly, I think, a really good masterclass in writing children's fiction that is both compelling, heartbreaking, heartwarming, and just has so much life in it and so much care put into it. Because Percy Jackson, I think I cannot name another series where the main character is so loved. Like, maybe not even the Hunger Games, because people think Katniss is annoying. Like, I'm looking at my bookshelf trying to figure out where, in what other series is the main character so beloved. No other series. There's no other series where the main character is so beloved. Even in, like, Lord of the Rings, some people, like, discredit Frodo for Sam, right? But in this case, like, people love, okay, maybe he's strong like Archive. People really love Kaladin, but he's not the only main character. You have Dalinar and you have Shallan. You have a bunch of other characters that get POVs as well. Kaladin is one of the core characters, however, he's not the only main character, right? So it's like you can't really name another series where the main character is so beloved besides Percy Jackson. And that is one hell of a feat, I think. I think that people dismiss Percy Jackson because it's a children's book. You know, I really can't think of another series where the main character is so, series specifically, not book, series. Okay, not just a standalone book, duology, or no, like a proper, longer than 3 books. Okay, proper trilogy or longer than that, right? Duology doesn't really count. In this case, I can't think. Always the side characters. Like, it's truly a masterclass in writing. I'm so happy I managed to reread them. 5 stars all across the board. I think The Last Olympian really hit me this time around. It's become one of my favorites, I think. Yeah. Alright, that is it for this vlog. Thank you for joining me on this journey. It was short, but amazing. Just an amazing reread. It was really great. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my socials, and